So, hey guys, Chaucer here, and today I'd like to talk a bit about Pirate Rumble, with the main focus being Gather Island. As some of you may know, I'm not the biggest fan of Pirate Rumble. Like, out of sheer necessity, I play it, and I've come to understand a bit how it works, but I'm hardly an expert, so that's when I ever post any Pirate Rumble content, it's mostly to showcase what other people can do or some other new meta thing that has been released, but I won't ever be part of the driving of the meta or anything. I don't have any plans to pull on any Pirate Rumble, Sugofest or anything. But yeah, first I can show off a bit what I've done so far, and I've just gone to plus 80 in all of attack, HP and RCW. So I've hit plus 530, 40 total. And my initial plan was to go for 550 and then do something else. But as you may know, JP has received a big update to Gather Island, and it's mainly related to the Meat Island here. And I'm sure you know that this Meat Island is pretty useful, but I wanted to talk a bit about why it's even more useful now. Personally, I've always valued this island more than the gem tree, and I'll show why here. If you look at the cost, to max this out, it only, and yeah, it's pretty high, but compared to others, it's only 20,000 for max level. From where I'm at now to max level is around 85,000 points. And I'm hoping I can achieve that in 4 or 5 months or something like that. And the reason why I want to max this out is for the coming update. Like as you see here at the moment, we can only have 2 meats at a time. Then we have to use one to get more. But now on JP, you can collect as many meats as you want to use at any time. And that also means that you can't max out on meat, it just keeps adding meat. So this makes it incredibly useful. Like, let's say you take a break for like 2 weeks. You only do the necessities, you don't want to do any farming or such. And then you're like, yeah, I want to play now, I'm feeling motivated, I want to get some more CC, I want to form these new units, etc, etc. Then maybe you have 30 plus meats here, or no, well, not 30, but yeah, around 20 at least. If you max it out, because if you max it out, you're getting a new one every 20 hours. So that's like at least 8 per week, so that's very good. And the way I look at it is that to refill your stamina, it costs 1 gem. So I put this in comparisons to gem because I see 1 meat as 1 gem. It's just that it's a limited gem, you can't use it for pulling on Sugofest and such. But if you look at the gem tree, it costs twice as much to max. So while it's obviously useful later, I will definitely aim to max this too eventually. It's still longer to get that bigger benefit that a maxed Meat Island does. So yeah, I can recommend this to consider. And since I'm already talking about Pirate Rumble, I figured I'd also mention that something that many of you may not know, like I'm always top 500 in finals at least. Last month I was top 100. And one thing that was glaringly obvious is that the changes to matchmaking have insane repercussions. Like first I was very skeptic because it was so hard to find free wins. You could have to look for a long time, and the higher to the top you get, the more impossible it gets. And I talked with some other people that are good at Rumble, and I feel pretty confident in saying that when you face someone in Pirate Rumble, you can't face the same opponent more than once every 24 hours, at least on global. And yeah, that has many consequences. And the thing is, it overall turned out to be a good thing, unless you're like really wanting to farm tickets a lot. But what it means is that the overall cost of ranking in Pirate Rumble dropped significantly. First I wondered, like, because the finals last time started at the same time as the Blitz, I was wondering, like, is it that many people from the Blitz and skipping Rumble? That is probably it, because it was low from the beginning to rank high. But no, the Blitz ended. It was still cheap to rank high, and I finished like around 70th place. And I only spent around 40 gems. And some people asked me if I counted it properly, but I've read other people have similar experiences. I feel pretty confident that. But yeah, it also means that ranking higher in Rumble is more viable now because you're making back most of what you spend. Like in top 100 you get 30 gems, and for top 500 you get 20 gems. And obviously if you can get top 100 for 40 gems, you don't need to spend as much for top 500. So I'm sure it will be a lot closer to the 20 gems. So yeah, and I'm pretty sure that if you just aim for that, top 500, just for the finals, like for the blocks, we can check here, you do not need to gem to get into the finals, on global at least. Like, I've not spent a single gem this block, and I am top 3000 at the moment. I didn't get top 5000 in block A, but yeah, the activity dies a bit after that. So yeah, I'm pretty comfortable here. So yeah, I can recommend just cruising to the finals, getting up early for the finals. Like, it's so important to be in from the beginning, to not waste a lot of gems climbing up to the top ranks. And then just gem to stay like top 200 and such until the final day, and then see what you need to do to get that top 500. Because I'm sure I will get, like, it's always hard to estimate tickets, but around 15,000 to 20 tickets per month is what I'm planning. So I'm hoping 4 or 5 months to max my Meat Island, and we should get the Meat Island upgrade on global in like 4 months or so, if we follow the JP schedule. So yeah, I hope this video was informative. I love to hear about your plans. I know a lot of you are focusing on Game Tree, and it's obviously not bad. It's the only one that gives you actual gems you can summon with. It's just not something I personally value as much. For me, having stamina is equally important, like for blitzes, and I farm a lot of CC and such, so yeah. But yeah, I'll probably not talk about Rumble anymore until the finals, but I'll probably upload some videos then with matches. So yeah, thanks for watching. See you next time.